Hello, Art1fact here. You're right, mate. Tutorial Tuesday, and today we're going to be making a Japanese flute sound into an intro pad. Let's get into it.
Okay, so I've recorded in the flute sound. This is what it sounds like. I've just added some pitch correction to it to make sure it's in key. Chucked on a really big reverb. EQ'd out the low end a little bit. And then I've just added an LFO tool to add some movement. So it's like your own little moving flute pad, which could work quite nicely in a track. Yeah, another thing you could also do is just blow over like a beer bottle or something like that to get a similar effect and just record in your own sound like that. Hope that's been helpful.
Alright, mate. This is Tutorial Tuesday, and my name is Art1fact. And I have a very simple but important mastering tip for you today. Let's get straight into it.
It was actually not me, that was my good friend Kaiser, who's a wicked producer. We've done some collaborations in the past, we've got another one coming for you very soon. Anyway, our little tip for you today is to not be a mastering engineer and to keep everything on your master channel as clean as possible. So on mine, I'm just running a Camel Fat, which is doing nothing, it's just clipping the audio. Then I've got the Ozone Maximizer, which again is just running at 0. In the past, I would really rag this down to kind of get even more volume. But in the end, it kind of ruins your dynamic range, so I suggest not doing that and just focusing on getting everything as loud and tasty as you can without doing that. And then on the end, a Voxengo span just to analyze your frequencies. I hope it's a helpful tip for you, just to keep things simple. Have a nice Tuesday.
You're right, mate. Art1fact here. Tutorial Tuesday, and today we're going to make a cool drum and bass riser sound using this ocarina. Let's get into it.
Okay, so that's the sound of the ocarina when I first recorded it in. And then I've added this pitch effect just to give it some extra kind of width and movement. Then I've chucked on an echo boy for some extra delay. I've then thrown on the Discord and automated it on the granular setting from -12 up to 0, so it gives a rising sound. Then after all this is a Valhalla reverb with 100% mix. And there you have your classic ocarina style riser. I hope that's a creative tip for you to inspire you, and enjoy your Tuesday.
Alright, mate, Art1fact here. It's Tutorial Tuesday. Today we're going to make a snare Foley sound that you can use to layer up your snare using a piece of paper. Let's get into it. As you see, before, I just played out the drum beat and put a piece of paper over the speaker and just slapped it every time the snare hit. And I just recorded that, and then I've just chopped out the little bit where the snare hits, and then I've put a wide sample delay on it so it pans it out in stereo. So it's like a Foley version of the snare. I've layered that on top to make it more organic. Alright, mate, this is Art1fact, it's Tutorial Tuesday. Today I want to share with you a tip on EQing a bass line using flip-flop. I mean FabFilter Pro Q2. Let's get into it.
Okay guys, a quick way to get some clarity between your sub bass and your mid bass. Choose an important low end frequency that is the same note as your track. For example, mine is in G, so I could choose G2, which is down here, or G3. Listen while you gain or reduce these important areas of the frequency spectrum on both separate channels, and you'll find out if there are clashes or if there are areas in which you can boost your low end to get even more power. Hope that's a helpful tip for you. Enjoy your Tuesday.